Posted 09192017055708 PM updated 09192017103102 PM. It's not uncommon that Boulder County would see a seasonal migration of butterflies known as painted ladies. They are, after all, the most widely distributed butterfly in the world. But the painted ladies, which some have mistaken for monarch butterflies, are currently prevalent across the Front Range, in numbers that have naturalists and outdoor lovers buzzing. They are typically common during migration season spring and fall, but are superabundant this year, said Adrian Carper, a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Colorado's Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology. I saw hundreds hiking up at Rabbit Mountain open space on Saturday, and dozens just having lunch outside on campus. A painted lady butterfly is seen on the Pearl Street Mall in Boulder on Tuesday. Paul Aiken, staff photographer. According to the authoritative website butterfliesandmyths.org, the painted lady's global distribution, seen on every continent but Antarctica and Australia, gives it one of its alternate names. The cosmopolitanid is also known as the thistle butterfly because of its caterpillar's food preference. Occasionally, population explosions in Mexico will cause massive northward migrations, according to the website. They do typically migrate through Colorado in late summer, though they are usually not as abundant as this year, Carper said. Its influx has been as sudden, but is destined to be short-lived. They seem to have peaked around here, said Dean Bowers, professor in the Department of Ecology and Evolution, and the curator of the insect collection at the CU Museum of Natural History. I live west of Longmont, and Saturday, there were none. Sunday, I woke up and my garden was full. Monday, there were tons on campus, and today there are fewer. These things usually last 3 to 5 days. They're going to be at the tail end. Bowers, who said Boulder County has seen big surges before, said this is part of a phenomenon that reaches far beyond the Front Range. This large of migration is unusual, and interestingly, him on a couple of different listservs for lepidopterists, and the same thing is happening on the East Coast. They are having the same big migration. The butterflies migrate in the spring and fall. We didn't see a big spring migration this year. Migrants can move further north than Colorado. If conditions are good, they produce lots of offspring, the populations get big, and the later generations can migrate back south in the fall, Bowers said. Also, some of these may be migrants from the north, but some may have hatched right here in Colorado. Jan Chu, a volunteer with Boulder County Parks Open Space who has made a study of butterflies for 13 years, debated the notion that some of the current visitors are moving north back to south. This is a special fall migration, Chu said. The desert Southwest had enough moisture that there are thousands and thousands of painted ladies coming up here from the Anza Borrego region of Southern California, Chu said. Susan Spalding, a wildlife biologist for Boulder County's Parks Open Space, said any place where rabbit brush is growing, she mentioned Colton Trailhead, off McCaslin Boulevard, and Rabbit Mountain, where Carper made his sighting, are ripe territory to see them. A painted lady butterfly is seen on the Pearl Street Mall in Boulder on Tuesday. Paul Aiken, staff photographer. But anecdotally, I was walking the Pearl Street Mall, and literally on all of the plantings, there were tons of painted ladies just along Pearl Street, Spalding said. Oh, it's thrilling, Chu said. I walked out in my garden 3 days ago, and 30 of these painted ladies took off in the air. People are walking into clouds of painted ladies right now, in the last 3 days. With a colder spell on tap for this weekend, and Sunday's high forecast at 57, the butterfly's presence may be fleeting. If people want to see them, they should do it sooner than later, Spalding said. Chu, however, was more optimistic than others. They'll continue to live until the frost hits them, or until they get moisture in their scales, she said. They'll continue to fly north, and fly around here in our gardens, until frost. Charlie Brennan 3,034,731,327, Brennan at dialacamera.com or twitter.com. Brennan.